Hello, I'm Ramona Jones of RamonaSpeaks.com. 2006 was one of my proudest moments. It was the moment that I held my finished, published book in my hands, with my name on the cover, with words on pages that I had written. But it always wasn't like that. It took me from the time I was 10 years old with a dream in my heart of being a published author until the time I was looking at 40. 30 years before I was able to birth my self-published book. Why? Because I didn't always believe in myself. I didn't always believe that I could be an author. I loved writing. Writing was a gift that came to me. It started as poetry. Then it bloomed into the ability to be able to write creatively, to write business styles, to write different kind of styles, technical writing. I grew my writing skills through going to college, going to writing camps, doing different things to improve my writing, and most of all, writing. But even as I went through school, getting a Bachelor's of Arts degree in English, language, and literature, with a minor in creative writing, even with joining writing groups and taking additional courses in writing and publishing, there was still a fear in me that I wasn't good enough, that who would read what I had to write. And I was my worst critic. Even when people would read my writings or my poems and say, oh, this is so good, I would think, oh, that's not good enough. But one day, I had to keep the agreement that I made with myself that one day I would publish a book. So I kept putting it off. When I turned 20, I said, 20 came and 20 went. Surely, when I turned 30, I would have gotten more skills. I would have really worked my craft. 30 came and went. And then one day, I was thinking, my 40th birthday is coming. I didn't write my book. So I made a decision, instead of putting it off another 10 years, that I would make 40 the year that I published my book. And I did it for myself. I did it to keep an agreement that I made with myself. And I know some people write for their audience, but I had to write for me. And so I decided that I would write a book that contained over 300 or so sayings, adages, Bible scriptures, things that my mother used to teach us when we were growing up, things that I had learned from, things that I heard every day growing up, because my mother had a story or a Bible scripture or something for any situation you found yourself in. And I found that her words often caught my foot when I was about to trip, or it picked me up the times that I had fallen, or it guided me when it was dark along a path of wisdom. So I celebrated her truth. I celebrated her wisdom. And I honored her when I wrote this book that I dedicated to her, while she was still alive and was able to have her roses to be celebrated. So this became a legacy book for my family, and it became a dream come true for myself. It let me know that I could do it. Was it easy? No, not at all. Why? Because writing is work. And even with me journaling and putting these down over a period of time, I started in June and I finished in November. So right before my birthday, I had everything ready to go to print. And so I celebrated my 40th birthday with a book that was dedicated to my mother, and she was able to be there to see it, for me to autograph a book to her and thank her for her wisdom, for her rearing of her children, in teaching us such great wisdom and bringing creativity into my life with her stories. So I encourage you, if you have a story in you, and some people think of a story, oh, I have to be as great as some of the famous authors. No, you have a story. It's your story, and it's worth telling. It may only be important to you, but do it for you. It may be important for your children to pass down something that you learned or something about you that they may not have gotten around to asking you. Questions that they may still have that may go unanswered if you don't put it on the pages of a book that they will always have to refer to. You may have a story that will help someone else who's been through what you've gone through. Your lessons can be roadmaps and lights for other people who are going through something similar or something that you've dealt with and overcome. So your story has power, and your story is also your legacy. And a lot of us want to be famous for something, but be famous for you. Be famous for the life that you lived and the stories that you have to tell. There may be some unglamorous things. You don't have to tell it all, but what did you learn from it? Your lessons can save somebody else the trouble. So I like to say, take your treasure out of your trouble. Get your message out of your mess. And get your truth out of your trials. And share them with somebody else. So if you are interested in helping getting that book out of your belly, getting those words out of your mind into a certain order that makes sense, then I can help you. I've been down that road. All the way from the idea to the finished book. I know what it takes, and I can help you do it. I'm also an editor. I can help you edit your words, but more than that, I can also help you heal through whatever you've struggled with or whatever you're dealing with. I'm also in a deliverance ministry, a healing ministry. And I also have a passion and a knack for helping people articulate what they're thinking, to pull it out of them, and to encourage them to see what they're saying so they can write it. No, I'm not going to do all the work for you, but I will assist you. I'll come along beside you and help you to tell your story, to help you to format it, help you to edit it, help you to walk through the process and make the connections that you need to connect so that you too can hold your finished book in your hands. And you may say, well, that looks like a big, big book. Well, you don't have to write a big, thick book, because my second book that I finished last year is a quick read. It's only about 30 or so pages, but it's packed with life-changing information. And those who have already read it and purchased my books, I thank you. I appreciate you. I thank you for your feedback. I thank you that you were blessed by my words. So whatever your book is that's in your belly, that's in your mind, that you want to produce and give birth to, I can help you do it. I can help you unleash your voice, your own voice, and put it on paper. Put it in print. So if you're interested in working with me, then go to my website, RamonaSpeaks.com, and you can learn more about my Write to Publish Book Camp. That's BOOKCAMP, Book Camp. Why? Because we're going to work together for 6 weeks so that you get your words out on the page, printed, and ready for you to distribute it through the different distribution systems, or just print it for you and your family or your closest friends. Whatever your goals are, I want to help you reach that. So again, if you want me to walk this journey with you, for you to live your dream of becoming a self-published author, then I'm ready to help you. Just go to my website, RamonaSpeaks.com. and turn your fears into triumph. Turn your dream into reality. I did it. I can help you do it. So I'm looking for you. I'm hoping to see you on the other side. So remember, RamonaSpeaks.com, and you too can be a self-published author. Bye for